Hello guys, King here, back in another figure review. Today we're reviewing Transformers 1986 Bumblebee. He's actually a figure that was actually an early birthday gift that I got from a friend. Y'all may know him as Not Even Close Studios, but he does have another channel. It's either another channel or it's his main channel that just changed his name to Spider H. He does Minecraft and Lego stop motions. I would highly suggest to check out his channel if you guys love either of those. But yeah, let's go and get to the review. First things first, let's go and get into sculpting. The figure's actually really cool. He has, the only actual complaint that I have with the sculpting is this little paint smudge here, and so I think it's this paint smudge. It's right over there. Let's see if I can get to a good angle to where you can see it. It's like a raised edge. There we go. It's right there. Besides that, I really have no other complaints with this figure and the sculpting at all. Okay, let's go and get into his articulation. He actually has a pretty good mount for a small figure. His head's on a ball joint. He can swivel full 360. Head can look up that far. Head can look down that far. Tilt side to side. His arm can go out that far. Also swivel full 360 because it's on a ball joint. But elbow swivel. Swivel full 360, and a knee bend that can go to 90 degrees. Also has a wrist swivel. Swivel up, it can also swivel to 360 degrees, like the arm. Also has a waist swivel. It can swivel all the way around. And a hip joint, which lets it kick out that far. When you kick up that far, kick back that far, and kick out that far. Thigh swivel, a knee bend, which is at 90 degrees. Except if you work this transformation joint, you can get to, doesn't really go in that much, but you can get into some pretty dynamic poses with that. It's a little more articulation, along with an ankle pivot. Yeah, that's it for articulation. Before we get into accessories, let's go and get into size comparisons. Here he is next to Series Bumblebee, Core Class Optimus, Steel Series Optimus, and Siege Optimus. Okay, now let's go and get into his accessories. He only comes with one. He doesn't really need any more. He has his regular blaster. Just pegs into his hand. Get him into some pretty cool poses, shooting some Decepticons. And also, I know you guys have probably already seen, but there is a peg here, which you can peg into his back for weapon storage. It's mainly for his other mode, but I like to use it for this mode too. But yeah, that's it for accessories. Let's go and get into transformation. First things first, fold the head like so, hinge the arms. The position, they're gonna lock in, so that's when you'll know how far you need to move it. Also, they don't move any farther. Then put them in position like so. Lift up the back just on 2 hinge joints. Be careful, because I haven't seen anyone else break this, but I don't want anyone else to break it. I also don't want to break it either. Okay, let's key. Maybe I have to move that down. There we go. Yeah, that was it. I probably shouldn't have done that first. Okay. Move these out. Lift up the chest. Now fold the head. Fold the head. So. Then fold the head in. While you have these parts lifted out, swivel them and fold them back in. Then close in this part here. Then there is a peg here on the arm. I'll peg this peg hole, which you just peg in. And there's a hinge joint here. Work that hinge joint and also the hinge joint here as well, right there, to hinge this in place. There is a peg here. It's gonna peg into the back like so. I'm going to detach that so I don't break it, or I don't mess it up. There we go. Then there is a hinge joint here and a peg here. Peg that in. Then unpeg the tabs on his feet like so. Fold the feet out. Hinge that in. They're both on hinge joints. Same thing on the other side. And peg in the feet. Now this part's a little tricky, not super tricky, but it can be a little annoying sometimes. You have to move. You don't have to do it with them connected. Just easier to do that. Not easier, but I prefer to do that. You're gonna want to bend the knees, not all the way, but as you gradually move it up, like so, your knees will bend in. They'll fold in. Then once you have that in place, make sure everything is in the right order. Peg a few things in if you need to, which I probably do. I don't know if it's the way I did it. No, it's not the way I did it. This peg doesn't want to peg in. That peg there. Try to do it and it unpegs the feet. For the last touch, peg in the blaster. There we go. We have this little cheapified Volkswagen Beetle mode, which is actually very accurate to his original Volkswagen Beetle. It's trying to go for that. So, of course, it's going to look accurate. Also, it's Studio Series, so no complaints there. I like this version of Bumblebee. I don't like the War for Cybertron Trilogy one. It's trying to go for a just cheapified original look. The other one was more accurate. Also, I don't think it's officially licensed by Volkswagen. I could be wrong. I need to look back at the box. Even then, it's just really cool. Highly advise getting this figure. That's it for the review. King Studios signing off.